Hi there, everybody. Got another video for you this evening. Hope you enjoy it. It's a story that takes a number of twists and turns, and but it's a remarkable story, and I think you'll enjoy it. So this goes back to 2008, and the Woodbox Gang was playing a festival in Cedar City, Utah, and interestingly, back in 1998. I and my girlfriend and my brother Brian lived in Bryce Canyon, Utah, and the nearest town, and I guess a city, was Cedar City, and it was about an hour and a half trip one way, to go to a Walmart and get some supplies and things, and so got to spend a little time in Cedar City, driving there through the back roads from Bryce Canyon Park in beautiful Utah back then, and then 10 years later, the Woodbox Gang was playing a festival out there, and we were playing with our friends in Wayne the Train Hancock's band, and so got to see them. We knew that was going to be pretty cool, and we saw some other groups out there that we weren't familiar with. One of them was called Nowhere Man and a Whiskey Girl, and they were a duo, a married couple that played some wild and quirky songs, and really fun people. And so we talked a bit, and we saw each other's sets, and everybody said great, good job, and we talked and hung out. It's kind of like people that you feel like you've known for a while, and turns out we were staying at the same motel, and so was Wayne Hancock and all, and you know, hanging out and talking at night there on the steps after a fun festival. People came out. It seemed like it was a success and all, and talked to Amy and Derek. Wasn't necessarily around so much, but just really nice people, and really really cool to always get to see new musicians. And so we finished up the tour. I can't remember where we went back then. Probably some more places out west, and then got home. And a few days after that, we got a message from Amy, Whiskey Girl. Uh, Said, "I made something for you guys." It was like, that's pretty nice and all. And so that was 2008, and then 2009, I went to prison for the things that I did, and life was really kind of wild and strange and surreal. But I got back into the free world in 2012. And so, in the midst of doing things, getting back into the swing of things as time went on, some weeks, some months, around late 2013, I said I would look up and see what was up with that group, Nowhere Man and Whiskey Girl, and saw tragic news, you know, that I didn't realize then that Amy was suffering from lupus and blood complications and such, that there are times that when they were out on the road doing shows, she would do dialysis in their van, just keeping it going. Anything that you could do to keep the show going on, and troopers. And so, uh, un- sadly, I saw that, I believe it was October 13th, 2013, that Amy had died in the hospital from complications of lupus. And uh, her husband, Derek, Nowhere Man, he didn't tell everybody immediately that Amy had died. And so, on his way home from the hospital, he bought a gun. And later that night, he took his own life. And that was the choice he made, and it was really tragic news to read. And I learned as well that their landlord and close friend, who they rented their place from, was comedian Doug Stanhope. And I've been a fan of Doug Stanhope since forever, you know. And that was really wild. They're in Bisbee, Arizona, you know. And so there was a note, a message the night that Amy died on her Facebook page. And so it read, "Hey kids, bad news. I died this morning, and Derek didn't know how to tell you. I love you all and hope you go out and be nice to someone. Funerals are a bore, so hopefully I don't have one. Give Derek some space. He stinks at this stuff, so leave him be for now. Thanks for all the kindness. Please spread it around." And then shortly after, a few hours after that, there was another message on Amy's Facebook page. It said, "Sorry to bring more bad news, but Derek decided to join me at some point in the night last night. I thought it best you hear it from me. Enjoy every sandwich." I kind of believe that might be a reference to Warren Zevon, who said that on David Letterman's show after he was diagnosed with mesothelioma. And a tribute album to him is called "Enjoy Every Sandwich." Uh, we love and will miss you all. Go be nice to someone for us. So that was on Amy's Facebook page after her passing. And then that last message after Derek's passage. And it turned out that shortly before Amy died, Derek had given Doug Stanhope, the landlord, Amy's Facebook password. And so Doug is behind those messages there. But they had a very close and kind relationship of fun-loving humor, and it sounds like just such wonderful people to be around, you know. And so it was such a remarkable thing to read, you know, back in the end of 2013 when I first read this. It was a couple of months after it happened, you know. And so in 2022 there was a film made about Derek and Amy called Nowhere Been a Whiskey Girl, and there's a trailer for it. I want to show it to you here now. And so it was shown at some film festivals, but it's not been widely released. I might have the title incorrect here, but I'm going to show you the trailer, and you'll see what's going on with this.
If there was anybody that had a gift for the world, it was these two. And they deserved to have it be heard. They wrote together, they practiced together, they played together. It was visible, it was visceral.
For the next hour,
They were the band for me, my favorite band ever.
For me, they're bigger than Bob Dylan. They're heavier than Metallica.
They were people that loved each other, and they had a story.
Yeah, I think the story was their music, not how it all ended. Derek and Amy were Nowhere Man and a Whiskey Girl. That almost makes them seem like fictional characters, right?
What do you want for Christmas this year? I'm just kidding. You'll be dead by then. Ha ha. I'd make jokes all the time. You're gonna die. It doesn't matter. You're worthless. Because I believed what she believed, that this is not really an issue.
this is not happening. Yeah, it was a shock.
I actually was adopted when I was born.
Do you know any of your mom's songs you could play for them?
I do.
Saddlebags have long been packed for the trip north. Trails narrow to backtrack, going back and forth, deep in the heart of tumbleweed.
McKenna, you gotta be kidding me.
Okay, so it turns out so Amy, Whiskey Girl, had a daughter and put her up for adoption shortly after birth, and she was on American Idol, I believe in the 2024 season. And I encourage you to go check out the clip. McKenna Breinholt, I believe, is the name, and go check out Whiskey Girl Daughter American Idol. You will find it for certain, and it's kind of remarkable. And it's a pretty touching thing, and so yeah, this has always stuck with me, over these years. We were out there in 2008 at that Cedar City Festival. Alternative Tentacles had just re-released our album, Drunk as Dragons. And so what Amy sent to us a few weeks after that was her doing what is probably my favorite cover of any song I've ever written or been a part of. She did our title track, Drunk as Dragons. So that's what we're going to hear. And wonderful. And she didn't have to do that. She just did. And it's really remarkable. Sometimes people touch lives. People that just barely meet, barely met. Nowhere.
Bar closed at night, offered her a ride. She said, take me to your car. But I lost my license from a DUI. Took her away on my handlebars. She called me Don Quixote. Quite ironic, I suppose. We were drunk as dragons, feast on the fermented flesh of the fallen heroes. Place she was staying was a Garden of Eden. And I stopped at the gates. Noisy neon sign buzzed and shined, advertising hourly rates. Asked her if she could make it. She wasn't walking so well. Said, don't let me die alone in an interstate town, the bathtub of a sleaze-bit motel. I must confess, I was staring at her chest. On her heart was a new tattoo. Some folks are religious, but I'm just superstitious. Cringed and said, what would Jesus do? She asked me if I believe in heaven,
you know, sometimes people touch lives for people that just barely meet. I barely met Nowhere Man and Whiskey Girl, Amy and Derek, just barely 17 years ago. And their legacy lives on and lives on in her daughter. And so I think I want to encourage, I think people hearing this video and watching it, you'd really enjoy diving into the catalog of Nowhere Man and a Whiskey Girl. Some really fun stuff. It's just always stuff right up my alley. Fun and quirky, and and follow and support daughter McKenna Reinhold, and it's just a remarkable story. So I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed sharing it with you, and I look forward to talking to you more about different things in the future.